As mothers, sometimes we all have those days of staring into the fridge, just standing in the kitchen, wondering what to cook after work, after a busy day. With only rice, maize meal, and few veggies, we don't know what to cook. So it can feel overwhelming and exhausting. But what if I tell you that meal planning is possible even with a few ingredients? Let's start. So I'm starting by doing what needs time most. Before we sit down after a few minutes and start talking about where do we begin, where we are going wrong, and where we need to adjust. So let me start by boiling beans, because before planning, this is what I need to do. I will boil whatever needs time, like beans. We are having beans, round nuts ndo nyimo. We are also using a chibage chakaboiliwa. What do you call that? Mafuse in Shona, and in English I don't know. So these are just small steps that I do to make sure that my meal planning is very easy. Boil whatever it needs to boil, but I measure first, because we are going to have a lot of mutakura this month, here and there. Then the other thing that I'm going to focus on is to portion my chicken. We bought packet of chicken from Spa, so we need to stretch it across different meals. So it's good that I portion it. It also matters. We also have one packet of tilapia that we are going to eat. Of course, it's just for one meal, but it's still it matters. So yeah, let's finish up. Then we sit down and start discussing about our meal plan. How do we even start from scratch? Because I know most people are feeling overwhelmed, stressed. We don't have enough ingredients to meal plan, no more spices whatsoever. That's it. No, there's a best way to do meal planning. So let's finish up and sit down, start talking about meal planning, how I'm going about it this June. the most important thing for us to come out with a proper meal plan without feeling overwhelmed, like, so what should I do, where should I start? So this is my strategy. I always start by looking at the ingredients that I already have in the house, in the fridge, what is available, in my baskets, my small pantry, what do I have, in my garden, because I own one, what do I have. So after knowing all the ingredients that I have, now I will sit down and categorize. That's number 2. Let's categorize all the ingredients, like starch. What do we have? Like a base ingredient, that is maize meal. That is very important, especially here in Zimbabwe. We need maize meal, we need rice, sometimes macaron. Even if you have few ingredients, you can always come out with a proper meal plan. On another category, let's look around for what we can have the best ingredient with. Chicken, fish, beans, eggs, machangs, etc. If you have sausages, beef, if you go for beef, lamb, goat meat, you list down all those things. It's really, really important. Then you go to salads. We have cucumber. We can make garden salad with tomatoes, maybe some lettuce, and then you can make lemon salt dressing. It's really important to know all that, so that you can avoid going back to the shop just to buy a dressing, yet you can make a proper and delicious dressing from what you already have in the house. Then you can write down the juices that you are going with that month. For us, we are focusing on lemon ginger juice that we are going to make, and I will share it with you when the time is right. Then we also have Mazoe orange crush, like Mazoe peach is really good. We always exchange and keep on rotating the juices, but basically that is what we do. Then as for kids snacks, because remember, we also want to try to incorporate kids lunch box, because they always carry a lunch box going to school. So for kids snacks, we have Lays and biscuits this month, so I always keep those things hidden in my cooler box on top of my fridge, because to avoid temptation. And I always love to simplify and balance my kids' nutrition. Sometimes you notice that she's grabbing the whole packet, that huge packet, and eat by herself. So when time for meals come, they will not eat proper meals. So I love to balance. That's why I always keep them away to avoid any temptation. We don't personalize things in our house. Like, these are fruits for the kids. We have yogurt for the kids. We have snacks for the kids. Grapes for the kids. Apples, everything. Guys, can you imagine? So we don't do that in our house. Even if we have 2 to 3 apples, we'll try to make a fruit salad from that and make sure everybody's having that. Or when it comes to yogurt, we try to make meals that everybody can have. We then look at the timetable of the food. We have porridge in the morning. So for porridge in the morning, this month, June, we are going with wheat bix, with blueberries, with either with milk or yogurt. That is what we are focusing on the other day. So we are going to incorporate that into our meals. So we don't force our family to eat what they don't want to eat. What I normally do, if someone is feeling like having, maybe they don't feel it like it's tasting good for them, we make another substitution for them. That's what I do, because I want my family to be happy. Even if you are living simple, it doesn't mean that we had to force, and no, we don't do that in our house. So wheat bix, we have lemons, we have lots of them. So we are also going to make use of lemon porridge. Sorghum, we have traditional meal nowadays. We are eating that one with peanut butter or lemon. So those are the things that we are going to keep on rotating. It's not a sin to rotate the ingredients in the house. Then I also want to highlight that it's not always that we should have Cerevita, wheat bix, bran flakes, oats and everything. Even if you look at my meal plan, sometimes I buy oats, then I leave out wheat bix. Sometimes I buy Cerevita and I forgot, I will just leave wheat bix or oats. So that's how we do it, so that my kids will get to experience some of these ingredients and how to make it work in our family. We love it so much when we exchange all these ingredients. So that is what we have for breakfast. Since my children are going to school and my husband, what I've come up with is brunch. So me and my little baby, which is 2 years old, we eat brunch. That is the combination of breakfast and lunch. So it's simplifying my meals a lot. What I normally do on that one, we list down the ingredients that can quickly go bad. That's why they come to use. We have avocados that my husband brought. We also have bread that he also brought, so we can eat that one during that time, maybe with an additional of sweet potatoes. Yeah. My relative brought those things. You know what, if you have relatives, they are bringing things, just accept and eat. It's really traditional, especially if it's coming from the villages. So yeah, avocado bread and bambaira beside, that's a good and great combination, which can make me full until supper time, because we have supper, we always have supper time around 6, which is so good. And later on maybe you can have tea whatsoever. Yeah, blah blah blah. Then another branch, we can have rice, nedovi, that red rice. It's a lot and a lot. So for supper, that's where I can also write down some meals. Macaron with cheese, because this month we have cheese. You can write down all the things. You can combine and come up with beautiful and delicious meals that you can have. Don't mind about having salsa and vegetables. It's really nutritious. It's a simple meal that you can do, especially as busy mothers, very tired from all the homemaking, taking care of the family, business wise. Sometimes you are really tired. Just grab some vegetables, chop them and fry, and then you can have a meal. Then I also want to mention that we can also consider do one pot meal. I'll share my meal plan after I'm done with this. So one pot meal this month, we have mutakura, which is really going to save us a lot and a lot of time. Samp manuchu, all sorts kind of things. Those are just one pot meals that you can try. This month we also have chicken liver, and I'm really happy. We can have a one pot meal, chicken liver, macaron, all together, really delicious. I don't plan for a full month. I plan 1 to 2 weeks only. Then at the end I'll do 3 to 4 week. That's 1 and 2 week, 3 and 4. So 3 and 4, I'll be looking at what's remaining. Is there any top up that I need? That's what I always do. Then let's look at power cuts in the size of the fridge. It's not something that we can forgo. Yeah, the size of my freezer is quite small, only 3 drawers. It means that I cannot accommodate all my freezer meals. What I can just do is to prep, like just boil beans that are enough for 2 weeks, and all the things that are enough. But also considering the fact that we are in Zimbabwe and sometimes we are hit by blackout, there's a power cut and everything. We need to be quite vigilant when it comes to that. It's something that we cannot forget. And it's good to focus on food that do not require a lot of freezing and everything. Try to balance out all the things. Make sure that if you are new to this channel, let me know how you do meal planning. For me, meal planning has really saved me a lot of time, saved money, and it has saved me from feeling overwhelmed about this home. Sometimes I feel like, what can I cook and everything, but because of meal plan, I no longer feel that way. I hope this video will inspire you to start meal planning, because look at my life, guys. It has changed a lot because of meal planning and everything. And of course, it's not a strict guide like we need to follow step by step, but it's something that you can work with and see how we are going about eating healthy. You can track, even if you start developing some problems, you can track what is it that you have eaten. So let me know how you have been going about meal planning. For me, I don't feel overwhelmed anymore, let me tell you, because sometimes you see that we have planned to eat salsa and vegetables or chicken, but we have still macaron in the fridge, or we have this, we feel like having that. We can also exchange and keep on rotating meals. It's not a strict guide. Don't even we need to stick to the fridge, we need to stick to the meal plan, no one is going to have this. That's a no. It's something that we can keep on rotating, and sometimes you can track on what's the major ingredient, what's working, what's not, introducing new meals to the family. And even if you have visitors, you can always adjust. Yes, so I love all these guys about meal planning. Let me know what you think, where you have failed. Let's help each other come out with a proper system of meal planning. The coming 3 and 4 weeks towards month end, I always do what I do. Look around at what we have. Don't be afraid to go back to the shops and buy, even if you run out of ingredients. And the other thing that I want to do, choose healthy options most of the time. And don't forget to always ask the family members what they always think and what they also want. Don't be afraid to change meals, try new meals. For us this month for chicken. We are going with butter chicken for the first time. Butter chicken. We are also going to have mac and cheese. We are having tilapia. Of course, it's a one meal whatever because of the amount, but it's something that I'm introducing to the family. So don't be afraid to start new things. Introduce and always be open to feedbacks. That's how we plan and go about these meal plans. So guys, let me know what you think and let's help each other. So let me know what you think about this video. Please subscribe to the channel. We want this platform to grow, and thank you so much, guys. It's been so wonderful coming back to watch my videos. It's not a joke. So yeah, thumbs up. Bye. I love you so much. At the end, meal planning isn't about being perfect, but it's about peace and preparedness.